Alright, it's time for the solutions for the Make Box Plots assignment. So your job for this is to, well, make box plots. And to do that, you need to get your 5-number summary. And it's really easy after you get your numbers in order. So what I have already written down is the numbers in order, mostly because I don't want you just watching the video and just waiting for me to put things in order. And so I already got those ready for you. Anyway, so once you have it in order, now you can get stuff. The min is the first number. And the max is the last number, if you have it in ascending order, the smallest and biggest numbers. And now we need to get the median before we can get the quartiles. So I'm just going to kind of tick off the ends here until I get to the center number, which in this case comes out to be 2 different numbers. So my median is going to be halfway between those, which is going to be 5.5. I remember. Oh, no, just kidding, man. How did I mess that up? Hold on. Sorry, I totally messed that up. It's going to be right here. It's going to be this middle 5, and I know that because there's 5 numbers on this side and 5 numbers on that side. So 5 has to be the median. So it's going to be my median. And now I'm going to get quartile 1, quartile 3. And to get those, you get the median of each half, excluding the median. So I'm not going to include the median in getting the quartiles. So just look at the left side here. The middle number is 3, so that's going to be my quartile 1. And then the middle number here is 7, so that's my other quartile. And now that I have those, I can graph it on my number line over here. My lowest number is 9. Lowest number is 1. It needs to go up to 9. So here, I can just go from 0 and onward and just count each one. And it comes out to be rather nice here, just enough on both sides. And I'm going to put a vertical line above each of those numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. And that's really nice and symmetrical. It's like every other number. So you get that. And once you have those 5 vertical lines there, you use your middle 3 to draw your box plot. Draw the box around it. You should have a line in the middle somewhere. And that's the median. And then you're going to have a line that goes out on either end. And those are the whiskers to the min and the max, and ta-da, you have a box plot. And brings us to number 2. And again, you're gonna you need your numbers in order. So I got that here: 1, 10, and now I'm gonna figure out my median real quick and get these here: 3, 7, 3, and 7, 4, 7, 4, and 6. So now I have 2 numbers in the middle. And I need to get halfway between them to get my median, which in the case is going to be 5. Halfway between 4 and 6 is 5. The smallest number is 1, the largest number is 10. And now we can get the median for each half. Remember, do not include the median, which in this case is really easy because it's not in our list. It's just halfway between them. And now you're just going to get halfway on each side. So we're going to get 1 and 4, 1 and 4, 2 and 3, 3 and 3. Well, halfway between 3 and 3 is 3. So that's my quartile 1. And then over this next one, 6 and 10, 7 and 9, 7 and 8, 7 and 8. And we need to get halfway between the 7 and 8, which is going to be 7.5. And so we have some similar numbers last time. We need to go from 1 to 10, which is going to be easy to do. And so, oh man, I must have not put my number lines. Hold on one second. Alright, there we go. Now I can go to my number lines. So I'm going to start at 0 and just count by ones again. So 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. Because I only have to go from 1 to 10. And I have a line at 1, a line at 10, a line at 3, a line at 5, and one at 7.5. So I'll put a little number there just to clarify where these numbers are at. These ones are actually pretty good. And then you take your middle ones, draw your little box around them, and then you can draw your whisker going out to the ends there, and you're good to go. So there's that one. And that brings us to number 3, which is a slightly longer data set. And so instead of having you wait for me to find the median, I'm going to pause it and find it and then show it to you. But before I do that, you can find the min really easy. It's the lowest number, and the max is easy too because it's the highest number. So I'm going to pause real quick. Alright, so I went through and figured out my median, which is going to be 16.5. And, because it's halfway between those middle two numbers of 16 and 17. And now I can get my quartiles by splitting my data into two sections. Remember to exclude the median, which is really easy because it's not actually part of the data set. And you get the middle of these. Let's see, this one's going to be this middle 11 here because there's 4 on this side, 4 on this side. And then over here, 4 on this side, 4 on this side is going to make my quartile on this side going to be 22. So quartile 3 is 22, quartile 1 is 11. So my numbers are a little bit different this time, at least enough different. It starts at 6 and needs to go up to 30. And so I'm going to start at 5 and count by 4s. Sounds good. So 5, 9, 13, because I like making things difficult for you and myself. I start count by 4s, right? So now up to 25, 29, 33, 37, 41, and then 45, because sometimes I'm a jerk. Alright, and so now we have that, we can draw the lines here. There's one at 6, there's going to be one at 11, 16.5, which is going to be here-ish, 16.5, 22, and then 30 is my last one, so I got 30 here. Okay, so those are my 5 numbers. You take the middle 3 to draw your box, and then you draw your whiskers out to the end, and you have your box plot. And that brings us to number 4. Again, I'm going to pause it to show you what the min and max are. I mean, what the median is. But the min is the lowest number, which is going to be 3, and the max is 38. And now, alright, so this one, come to find out my median was 21, so that's the middle number. And now I'm going to get the quartiles, and remember, exclude the median. So I'm not going to include that 21 on either side in getting these quartiles. Let's see, it's looking like I got 4 here, 4 here. Okay, so my quartile here is going to be halfway between 4 and 7, which if you were to take 11 and divide by, so you add them up, divide by 2, you can get 5.5. And so my first quartile is going to be 5.5. And here on the right side, my quartile is going to be halfway between 29 and 30, which is going to be 29.5. You add them together, divide by 2. You get 29.5, so that's quartile 3. Excellent. And now it's time to make the box plot. I need to go from 3 to 38. I believe if I start at 0 and count by 5s, that'll get me far enough. So let me do that. 30, 35, 40, and then 45 and 50. Okay, so that gives you this. Okay, so now I have that set up, and now I'm going to graph my lines here. So I got one at 3 and one at 5.5. And then one at, the next one's at 21, which is up here. 21. Next one's at 29.5. Let's see, 29.5. And then the next one's at 38, which is up here. So this one's quite a bit more spread out in the middle. And then we get little tiny whiskers here. And so what this tells you is your the middle of your data is quite spread out, whereas the ends are definitely closer together, especially down here. The numbers are quite close together in our data set, which kind of makes sense if you look at it. And so now we have our box plot there. And that brings us to number 5. The lowest number is these, well, just the lowest number is 0.4. And the highest one is that, but times 10, so 4.0. You can kind of think of these as GPAs. And now we need to get the median. Alright, so that's going to bring us halfway here in the middle between 2.1 and 2.5. If you add those together and divide by 2, that would be 4.6 divided by 2, which would be 2.3. And so my median is 2.3. And then now I need to get the quartiles, so I'm going to take the left section and get the median of that. Since there are 6 numbers there, it's going to be halfway between these two. And halfway between 1.1 and 7.1, kind of hard to figure out in your head, but if you can add them together, it's going to give you 2.8, and if you cut it in half, it's going to give you 1.4. And then over here on the right side, again, we're going to have 2 numbers in the middle, and we need to get halfway between them. If you take 2.6 and 3.9 and you add it together, you're going to get 6.5. So you do 6.5, and you cut that in half, and that's going to give you 3.25. So my third quartile is going to be 3.25. And now we have our 4 numbers. And so these only range from 0 to 4, and I can just count by 0.5s. Sheesh, I think I could write 5. And we got 1.0, sorry, this is looking pretty bad already. 1.5, 2.0, 2.5, and then 3, here I'm just going to do 3, and then 3.5, 4, 4.5, and then 5. So now we got some numbers laid down, ready to go. My lowest number is 0.4, which is here. The next one is 1.4, which is about here. And then we got 2.3, which is here-ish. Let me put these down. 0.4, 1.4, 2.3. My next one is 3.25, which is going to be halfway here. So 3.25. And then the last one here is at 4. Max there. So now I got my lines, I can draw my box here in the middle, and then extend the lines out to make the whiskers of my box and whisker plot. And so there's that one, and I'm going to stop the video there.